Christchurch City Councillor Aaron Kewen, who has been re-elected unopposed in Herwood, has launched a new website designed to show the public exactly how councillors have voted for on key issues in the past. The site, howtheyvoted.nz, uses official council voting records to track positions on everything from rate rises to cycleways. Kewen says it's all about transparency and giving voters the tools to hold elected members accountable. And Aaron now joins me. Thanks so much for your time.
Hey, Chris.
Why was it important for you to launch this website now?
So what I've found over the years, and especially in the last couple of years, is people often ask who made those decisions, why did they make those decisions, why is this happening? And I'll often put posts up on my Facebook page to say how councillors voted, and they get a lot of hits when I do that.
Okay. What has been the biggest surprise for you looking back at the voting record of the councillors this term?
Not a lot of surprises, really, but just reinforcement of some of the thinking and the way that some of the councillors have voted time and time again. Doesn't surprise me that a number of people in the city get a little bit upset.
Okay, so did you expect, or do you expect the site will change how councillors vote, knowing the public can now easily see the record? I mean, that's obviously the point to this, isn't it?
Yeah, potentially. And we just saw this week with a vote coming up on a speed hump on Herwood Road, and a number of councillors in their debate were talking like they were going to vote for it. And then in the end, Sarah Templeton was left hung out to dry, the only one supporting the speed hump, and everyone else went the other way. And I think that's because it's election time. So now that people know that, you know, if there's a controversial vote at council, I'll put a post up on my Facebook page and people will see it. Obviously, they're mostly people who follow me, but they do share that, and then other people see it, and I think that upsets some councillors.
Why would that upset some councillors? If you're being transparent about the voting, isn't that what it's all about? Shouldn't they be welcoming this? What's the problem?
Well, I think the problem is that sometimes they know that there's members of the public that disagree with the way they vote. And I think often it's the majority of the public. I get called, what's the term? I think it's a populist. I don't know, I've probably said that wrong. But I find that that's voting on behalf of what the majority of public would want. And so I do that. I try to do that all the time. And I think all councillors would have different results around the table if that was the case.
There is one criticism that you may face, and that could be that some councillors may say this site oversimplifies complex issues. How would you respond to that?
Well, that's exactly what the public do. The public oversimplify what can be complex issues. So I'm just presenting it back to the public in a way that they can understand. Look, our council spends millions of dollars every year on IT and its websites and communications. There's a whole communications team. Yet the public don't know what's going on. That's because it's not oversimplified. So if I say, on this particular road here, these councillors voted to put in a speed bump, a lot of the public will go, oh, blooming heck, I don't like speed bumps. I don't like those councillors. And then other people will go, oh, yeah, I hate cars, so I think those councillors are great.
That's one way to put it, I suppose. So how do you want voters to use this tool in the lead up to the local elections? I mean, it's a pretty clear-cut kind of simple website design. You can basically scroll down and see everything and the voting record, right?
Yeah, you can just choose the issue that annoys you the most, click on it and see who voted for it. So if you live in a ward where your councillors voting not the way that you would like them to, you then have a choice this election to decide whether you want to keep more of that coming or go, actually, I'll try another councillor, thanks.
Do you think this level of transparency should be standard across all New Zealand councils?
Absolutely. I think councils should oversimplify their decision making so the public can understand it en masse, and then they can. I think you'll get better engagement with democracy if that's the case. I think not just New Zealand. This is a problem around the world where people blame councils but are not engaged. This gives them the opportunity to look on a very simple level how someone voted and go, well, I don't want to keep that councillor anymore because their votes are terrible.
The website is called howtheyvoted.nz.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Check it out. By the way, I mean, you're back in council. That must be a good feeling. You're back as the Herwood councillor, elected unopposed. What are you saying to those people out there that must be happy with what you're doing? Otherwise, I suppose you would have had competition.
Yeah, I think there's a degree of that. Also, I did invite people to run against me, when people because I don't block anyone from my Facebook page, unlike some elected members. And so people come on there and some people say outrageous things. I'm fine with that because you know how people feel and it gives them a chance to vent. And then some of them come on that really disagree with my position. They're all for things like speed bumps, more cycleways, more empty buses, that kind of thing. And so I'll have debates with them on my page and I'll invite them to run against me if they think that I'm doing a disservice to the people of Herwood.
Why do you think they haven't chosen to take you up on that?
I don't know. Maybe they read the rest of the comments on my page and think that maybe their little echo chamber that they're living in might not be the majority view of the public. And there's a lot of elected members that feel that way, that the public just don't understand or just don't get the big picture. So I'm going to make decisions that the public might disagree with, but it's good for them because I know better.
The site is called howtheyvoted.nz. Check it out. Aaron Kewen, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thanks, Chris.